They are watching you right now, not reaching out, not coming back, just watching, silently, from a safe distance, behind a screen with a face you will never see, and somehow that silence cuts deeper than any argument you ever had, deeper than the breakup itself, because you thought leaving meant letting go, but they didn't let go. They just let go of you, while keeping you close enough to observe. This is not love. This is something far more calculated, and Machiavelli understood it centuries before the invention of the smartphone. Here is the brutal truth. Most people are too afraid to say out loud. Your ex is not watching you because they miss you, are watching you because you were once a source of power for them, and they have not yet decided whether they want that power back. Think about that for a moment. Really sit with it. When Machiavelli wrote about power, he was not just writing about kings and armies. He was writing about human nature, about the deeply wired instinct people have to monitor what they once controlled, what they once had influence over, what once made them feel significant. And nothing makes a person feel more significant than knowing someone else loved them. Your love was never just love to them, it was evidence. Evidence that they were worthy, desirable, powerful. And when you remove that evidence from their daily life, when you stop calling, stop begging, stop making yourself small to keep them comfortable, something shifts. Something that has nothing to do with love and everything to do with ego. They start watching, because watching costs them nothing. Coming back costs them everything. Machiavelli wrote that the wise man must never place himself in a position of dependence if he can avoid it. And that is exactly what your ex is doing. They are keeping the dependency entirely on your side. They are staying close enough to monitor your healing, your growth, your new life, but far enough to maintain their own freedom. This is not cruelty by accident. This is self-preservation by instinct. People rarely do evil things out of hatred. They do them out of fear. Your ex is afraid. Not of losing you. They already made peace with that. They are afraid of what it means if you actually move on. If you become happier without them. If you become stronger, more radiant, more yourself than you ever were with them. Because that would rewrite the story. And most people cannot bear to be written out of a story where they thought they were the most important character. So they watch. They see your new haircut, your new city, your new smile on a Saturday night. They feel a strange thing. Not quite love, not quite regret, but something sharper. Something closer to the fear of being replaced, of being irrelevant, of having been, in the end, the one who held you back. And in that moment, almost reach out. Almost, but they don't. And they won't. Not because they don't feel anything, but because Machiavelli's most enduring truth is this: people will always choose what is safe over what is real. Coming back to you is real. It is vulnerable. It requires admitting they were wrong, that they let something rare go, that the freedom they chose was not worth what it cost them. That kind of honesty is not available to everyone. It requires a courage that most people, even people who once said they loved you, simply do not have. So instead they stay in the in-between, the gray space, where they neither fully leave nor fully return, where they can hold on to the fantasy of you without the risk of the reality of you, because the fantasy is clean. The reality has history, has hurt, has hard conversations neither of them is ready to have. Machiavelli called this the strategy of the uncommitted, the man who refuses to take a side, who keeps every door open, who mistakes hesitation for intelligence. He warned that this kind of man earns only contempt in the end. Neutrality is not safety. Neutrality is just cowardice, wearing a clever mask. Your ex thinks they are being strategic. They think watching from a distance gives them the upper hand. What they are actually doing is revealing exactly who they are. A person who wants the comfort of your presence without the cost of your partnership. A person who sees your value, now, finally, too late, but values their own comfort more. Here is the layer beneath that layer, the truth that goes even deeper. They are not watching you because they want you back. They are watching you because they cannot stand the idea of you not wanting them back. There is a difference, a significant, devastating difference. One is love, the other is pride. And pride, unlike love, does not need you to be happy. Pride just needs you to remember them, to still feel something, to still, in some private corner of your chest, carry the weight of what you had. But because as long as you carry that weight, they matter. As long as they matter, they are still powerful. As long as they are still powerful, they do not have to face the possibility that they made the worst mistake of their life. Machiavelli understood that the cruelest form of control is not the control that announces itself. It is the control that makes you doubt your own freedom. It is the silent influence of someone who is not even present, whose absence you feel more than most people's presence. That is what the watching is. That is the invisible leash, and the only way to cut it is not to hate them. Hate is still a chain. The only way to cut it is to become so completely, unapologetically alive in your own story that their watching becomes meaningless, not painful, not satisfying, just irrelevant. The moment they're watching no longer moves you. The moment you post that photo, take that trip, laugh that laugh, and feel absolutely nothing about whether they see it, is the moment you have truly won, not against them, against the version of yourself that still needed their approval to feel whole. Machiavelli believed that the greatest power a person can have is the power they have over themselves. Not over armies, not over enemies, not over lovers who left. Over themselves, their reactions, their healing, their refusal to stay broken just to make someone else feel less guilty for breaking them. Your ex will keep watching, maybe for months, maybe for years. Let them watch. Let them see exactly what they walked away from. Let them see someone who decided that being chosen by the right person starts with choosing themselves. Let them watch you become the kind of person that you yourself always wanted to be, not for them, not for spite, but because you finally understand that your life is not a message to anyone. It is not a performance. It is not a negotiation. It is yours. And maybe one day, when the watching becomes unbearable and the silence becomes impossible, they will reach out. They will say they were wrong. They will want to start again. And when that day comes, you will finally be in the position Machiavelli always reserved for the truly powerful, the position of someone who gets to choose.